Oh boy, today's video is going to be a good news, bad news video. We have one of the biggest screw ups to happen as far as players getting large amounts of orbs through a glitch on the website. But let's talk about the good news first. I'm going to switch to the other side. These two codes should work for every player. Both of these codes worked for me. Code Celebrate and Night. I have to go to the website, and the website is where a lot of the problems that have happened today. But you click right here, and then there is a new player gift, and then you can type in the code right there, and then you should be able to get 2 million gold, training materials, some T4s, and then with the code Night, you get some night crawlers, some power cores, and some premium orbs. Now, if you're a brand new player, there are some new player codes, and I don't know what level these work up to, but you might as well just try them. But these are quite often advertised on like Instagram and things like that. Code Gambit, and then the other one is Venom Free. So there's a total of 4 codes for you to try. My understanding is that these two should work for everyone, and I was not able to get these other two to work, but absolutely was able to get these ones to work. Now, this is a big deal, and this is actually kind of horrific. So there is an event running right now for the anniversary, and the anniversary awards various milestones for spending money. And one of the things that players could do is they could buy ultra cores. So I was able to spend 50 ultra cores, and these were the rewards that I got. If I spent $500, 500 US dollars on ultra cores, I would have got all the following rewards. Now, what's interesting is if we add up all of this stuff, you know, there's a total of 77 G18 orbs. But that's not the problem. Is for some reason this event for the first 44 minutes of today's server reset was repeating, and the numbers vary. Like, this was literally the event. Like, you buy it once, and then the rewards would show up in every one of these. So this was a complete disaster. Some people were able to spend $500 on ultra cores, collect everything here up to 38 times. I mean, some people said 38. And just to give you an idea of how outrageous this is some people were able to get large numbers of gear tier 18 armory orbs. Like, some people got 77 times 30 something. Like, I'm hearing between 2,500 orbs and 3,000 orbs. Myself, I was able to do it 10 times, but I only spent $50 before it got shut down. About 45 minutes. It was bugged for about 45 minutes, is my understanding. Right here, 1,000 armories. And then, like, for me, gear tier 16 orbs, I had like 6,000 of them. Here's some screenshots of the people, what they were getting. 1.4 million orb fragments, 28 million orb fragments. There's large amounts of catalysts, large amounts of training materials. This is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. And this all happened on the web store. So spending $500, collect it, and some multiple of 30, 35, 40 times. And this is gonna, create a monstrous problem. And I don't know if this is true or not, but you can see right here, you can see I've got red dots, red dots, red dots, red dots, red dots, red dots, red dots right here. Some people said that they could take their entire roster to gear tier 18. That's not the case for me. I'm still severely short on catalysts and so on and so on. So this is a huge problem. This is a huge problem. I have no idea how they're going to make this right. And I thought this was kind of funny. Free codes? Nah. 16-digit credit card code and get all the bonus stuff? Yeah. All right. Big screw up. And this is by someone that's quite often in my Twitch chat. What happens now? Scopely makes money. That's what happens. Yeah. So I bought Ultra Cores, and I think the reason why a lot of people bought Ultra Cores is like, you buy $500 with Ultra Cores, you know, I'll spend the $500 on Marvel Strike Force someday. I don't have to spend it today, but I could spend it over the next year or whatever like that. So earlier today, the website glitched. And we're going to talk about website glitch, but because I believe I have 3 examples of the website glitching in today's video alone. And some people were able to get a huge amount of gear for a relatively small amount of money. Some people said they have G18 their rosters. I believe if they spent the $500, that's true. So what happens now? Scope of Reason offer that gives player an option to literally buy tens of thousand orbs for, I don't know if it's going to be $50 for $500. Scopely fast tracks us to G19, G20 orbs into the market, making all that teal gear largely irrelevant. Maybe. Players now have the teal gear they need. And I don't know how many players. I really don't even know how many players had this happen. I mean, I was streaming for almost 40 minutes before I heard about it, or I didn't even hear about it. I saw it. And then it got shut down. You know, I reported it when I saw it, and then it got shut down within 5 to 10 minutes. So now they feel to spend money on new gear. This screw up is Scopely giving players the ability to give themselves permission to spend money. Yeah, some people spent $500. I know I spent an extra $50 I probably wouldn't have spent. This all happened before we get 15,000 G14, 15 orbs for $20. Probably happen again. Yeah, this kind of reference to the orange gear gate. What a mess. So let's just keep talking about some other issues that they're addressing at this time. Sword Satellite leaderboard issues. The Sword Satellite leaderboards did not break ties correctly, just like it didn't work correctly 3 months ago. This was a known issue. Holy moly. They knew about this. They were informed that this was going to be an issue this time around a week ago. Pikachu surprise face, right? I don't even know what that is. I'm a boomer. Hello there, fellow gamers. So players who rank lower than they should have will be compensated with the difference between rewards they should have received and stuff they already received. Because of the tiebreaker issues with Sword Satellite leaderboard, we'll be doing the following to ensure players get the rewards and leaderboard placements they earn. They're going to extend the Red Letter Day milestone by 2 days. Extended the Seeing Red milestone by 2 days. Offers in these events will not be available during the extension. And then they extended the daily free claims. Well, this is kind of nice. Of Seeing Red event for your benefit. So if players claim both extra free claims, they can earn 9,600 milestone points for the Seeing Red event. Now, many people told me that they were like 500 short, or like myself personally, I was about 5,000 short, because this seems to be the tightest month-long event that I've seen. You know, there were some alliance things, there were some daily milestones, there was some purchasing of encouraging energy, and obviously I missed some. And so a lot of people also spent like some money, like $5 to finish off and get to level 40. Why couldn't they announce this yesterday or the day before that they were going to extend this? And you know, for me, I wouldn't have had to spend the $5. But I do think that there was something wrong with the month-long event, and not many players were able to finish it without spending money. Now, some people did, but it was a very small number of players. Anyways, Friday blog will discuss how to address the leaderboard tie breaks issues in the game's next release. Build the event differently. Have some sort of efficiency bonus. So some people get 1 point and some other people get 2 points. Like, just create an efficiency bonus in every round somehow. Thank you for your feedback and patience as the team worked quickly to address this issue. So here it talks about another issue that was on the web store. The promised compensation for the $19.99 in the stars orb fragments will be sent out tomorrow. So basically on Friday, there was a web pop-up in the free claims area where you spent $5 and it gave you 1 fragment instead of 2,000 fragments. For the players who purchased the Strike Force Friday offer, it was $5 containing the 1 in the star orb fragment last Friday. This gives players 2 days to open the orb, so please do so quickly. So you got to open it right away. Also, this is kind of weird. So in the monthly milestone event for this month, well, the month that just started right now, Milestone 40 awards some pieces that can only be used on Death Pool, and they are Gear 17 pieces. So if you have a Death Pool at Gear Tier 16, that's the only way that you could take advantage of this, because if you have a Gear Tier 17, death pool or a gear tier 18 death pool, you can't use these two items right here. So I think I reported this. Hopefully they fix this, because it seems kind of weird that these pieces could only be used on death pool. And if you have a gear tier 16 death pool and you're thinking you're going to be able to get to milestone 40, my suggestion is to not upgrade her. Also, they have this new, and actually it's pretty cool, and you have to go directly to the website right here, marvelstrikeforce.idomoo.com. And I saw that this was coming last week in a conference call. And I say largely overall, I thought this was really cool. And I know other games have started doing this, like Marvel Snap. Someone told me that Genshin does this. And this is amazing. Like, I thought this was really cool. I get to see when I started playing the game, who my strongest character is, how many alliances I've been in, what character I've used the most. And it's just like really cool surrounding the 6-year anniversary. But I feel like this is just grossly overshadowed by this complete disaster of an event right here. This is an absolute train wreck right here. And the inequality it's going to create. And I have no idea how they're going to unwind this. Absolute disaster. But if you want to do that, there's the website. I'll put a link to that in the description. I thought this was super cool when I first saw that. Also, we've got the new Strike Pass, and it looks like the Strike Pass has a slightly better, more gold, and slightly more training materials than the Strike Pass before. I typically buy the Strike Pass just because I like the 1,000 cores. And then also, the third issue with the web store in today's video right here. No Blitz web milestones. Don't see it. Is it just me? I don't know. Feel like today could have been rah, rah, rah. Marvel Strike Force is awesome. Rah, rah, rah. Marvel Strike Force is awesome. But this is just beyond upsetting. How do they make this right? How do they fix this? How do they fix this?
Guiding us through the dark.